Hello everybody, and welcome to another game of Lolligaggers Legends. I'm Jim Randison.
And I'm Hank Judge. Bill couldn't take the heat last week, so he's taking himself a bit of a hiatus, if you will. He didn't know how to handle the pressures of life.
That's right, Hank.
Let's see here. To start off with, on the blue side, we got Sejuani, we got Volibear, we got the Echo, Jinx, and Leona on the bottom side.
And on the red side, we've got Vi, Elise, Heimerdinger middle, Misfortune, and we have a Fiddlesticks as a support. That's a pretty rare thing to see. We don't normally see Fiddlesticks as a supporting character.
Oh, why do you reckon that is there, Jim?
Actually, the main reason is because he's really difficult to support with. You know, normally he'll be like maybe a control support, like he'll harass the opponents, but one of his main attacks, his poke, is not aimable. It'll bounce around and there's a possibility of him getting a hold of a few minions, which takes away from the ADC.
I see. So he seems to be a little bit unstable.
That's right.
Just like someone we know, right, Mr. Randison?
I guess you're right there, Mr. Hank.
I'm just funning. Alrighty, so it looks like ADC Jinx on bottom is going to have first level 2 being there first. And on top side, Vi is pushing the top lane straight into the blue turret.
Yes, now this is a fight that Sejuani needs to be very careful with. Once Vi reaches about let's say level 2 or level 3, depends on what she gets. As soon as Vi gets her E, her W, which is a passive, yes, that's going to start to happen. And it looks like Vi decided to go with an exhaust and ignite combination, which is not all that common. Most people like to get flash for that quick dash forward, but it will give Vi a substantial boost in her dueling ability.
She's gonna pack a wallop. Looks like Misfortune just bit the bullet.
That's right, looks like Fiddlesticks is about to join him. That is a little bit of the dangers with having such a soft support ADC combination, especially up against Leona.
She can just dive bomb their asses. She can take them to the ground while Jinx shoots them all she wants.
You're right there, Hank.
I know I am. I know my business. I've done my research. It looks like Vi's about to go in on that Sejuani. Sejuani ought to be careful because there's a minion wave for the red team just shooting at her.
That's right. People often overlook the fact that minion wave does a ton of damage, especially in the early game.
Oh, you got a gas bubble there, Jim?
That's right, Hank.
Have a little bit too much of that soda pop you drink?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, it's no problem. I get them too once I have too much of those barley pops.
You mean beer?
That's what I said.
Alright. Yeah, well, let's move on, shall we?
No problem, buddy.
Alright, so we got Elise going through the blue side jungle, seeing what there is to be cleared. Everything looks okay. Looks like Echo and Heimer are having quite the duel in the middle. Heimer ought to be very careful. He's standing there very still right about now. Oh no, that's a Heimerdinger disconnection. Not very good. Meanwhile, Volibear just running in at Misfortune. Let's see if this Fiddlesticks can help out with his silence. Oh, unfortunately, I don't believe he was quick enough.
Looks like he was slow on the draw. That Fiddlesticks has silence. He's got a fear for a stun, and he's got his health drain. He could have done a ton of damage, at least picked up 1 kill, but he didn't do diddly.
Yeah, unfortunately, this Fiddlestick seems to be quite timid going in there like that. Oh, look! Looks like the Heimerdinger's back. That's good. At least you got that. Unfortunately, the Fiddlestick's stuck around a little bit too long. Now, Elise is holding middle. She probably should go back before too long. I mean, she's going to die under tower if she's not careful anyway, which would just give Echo more money and more farm. That small damage on the tower isn't going to be substantial, but it's okay. She survived it, although by the skin of her teeth.
We got Vi just running back up here top. One of the detriments of not having that teleport on her, like Sejuani does, is she can't get back to her lane or other lanes as quickly. So she's got to hoof it. Luckily, she looks like she's built well enough, and let's see here. Yes, she has the first kill of the red side, I believe, which puts her ahead of the Sejuani. And Sejuani is locked down. Oh, that's the ultimate into the Vi. Vi just used both of her summoner spells, the Exhaust and the Ignite, as well as her ultimate. So she is locking down that Sejuani right now. Can't do diddly. And with that Vault Break, with her W, it doesn't take her long to go through a tank. You know, Vi is a really good tank buster.
That's a good point there, Hank.
Thank you there, Jim. I'm trying my best. Look here on bottom, we got Echo. He's waiting to try to gank. Hopefully the ADC support can wait long enough, because there's clearly a ward right there that they don't see. Hopefully they can wait underneath that turret long enough. All they gotta do is just wait, and blue side is wasting time and money while doing so. Echo got wise and decided to head back up top towards Heimerdinger, who's got all of his guns all set up. And Heimerdinger is one of the most difficult champions to face once he is all set and ready. Now here goes Elise into the Volibear Leona setup. Oh boy, they chased her over the wall and killed Elise. Now, the ADC support should have gone up to back up Elise in that bush there. They would have had a pincer on her. It would have been an easy fight.
Well, it might not have been so easy, but you know, it would have been at least an even trade. Maybe you got out of there.
You call me a liar?
No.
Seems to me like you called me a liar. They're getting the Drake there, that ocean Drake. I ain't just some pushover like your last guy, Bill there. I know what I'm talking about. It would have been an easy fight for them. They could have had Elise and Fiddlesticks there to kind of hold them down with the net and the silence. Misfortune could have done a bunch of damage. That would have been the fucking ball game there, Jim.
All right there, Hank.
Call me Judge.
All right. Judge, you have a good point. Right now, Heimerdinger is doing his best to farm his way back into this game. Luckily, Echo's roam has actually cost him experience and money, so Heimerdinger can keep in this fight.
Yep, luckily if you're having any champion DC for a few seconds, Heimer's probably the one to do so.
Oh, here comes Vi for another, almost a kill. That was a very close call. Elise is coming up. I don't know why that is. With this Sejuani pushed under tower, it won't take long for... Oh, I guess they can get a dual push there. Oh, and it looks like Echo and Leona took out Heimer. Probably Leona's dive through the bush. Heimerdinger is very difficult to gank unless you can lock him down and all of his guns are taken out. And unfortunately, Echo's very good at killing those guns.
Yep, he's easy to shut down. Now we got a Volibear Echo coming in on the top side. And Vi and Elise outside of the turret range could probably do the damage, but they better be careful because Sejuani is also getting pretty tanky. She's got her ultimate. This is going to be a pretty tough fight if indeed it's 3v2. And it looks to be the case. Uh-oh, they got Vi locked down. She's not making it out of this. Oh, it looks like Elise might get her out of there with the skin of her teeth, to borrow a phrase from you.
Yep, looks like she's gonna hang on in there. Maybe Heimerdinger can come up and help.
That would at least be sporting of him. At least to provide a little support. Although, he gotta be careful because his wave there is gonna push into middle turret, making it easier for this blue team to pivot down and work on that middle turret if they chose.
Unfortunately, Elise and Heimerdinger decided to run into the still 3v2 combination. If they had waited maybe 2 minutes, Vi would have been with them to make this an even team fight, maybe win the day.
Uh-oh. It looks like Volibear is about to pick off more than he can chew. Yep, you never want to do that with a Vi around him. He can lock you down long enough just to take you out. Luckily, Heimerdinger hit that little grenade of his to stun Volibear long enough for Vi to get the kill off it. And there goes Heimerdinger with his teleport just to set back up the middle turret.
Unfortunately, the bottom side does not seem to be doing so well for the red. That Jinx-Leona combination is just too devastating to the Fiddlesticks Misfortune combination. Although it would be a little bit easier if these two weren't just running up in these bushes. People often ward those bushes quite commonly, so it would be a mistake to assume that there is no warding there without checking.
That's right. That's just like walking into the fight blindfolded and expecting everyone else to oblige you.
That's right, Mr. Judge.
There we go. Now we got back to middle. Heimerdinger. Oh, we got Elise and Vi on top there. They're fighting this Sejuani. Sejuani has no support right now. She'd probably be best off to run back or kind of drop. Oh, no, Sejuani's popping her ultimate, which can be quite devastating, but Vi has her counter ultimate. Elise is jumping on her turret. Oh, not respecting that turret's damage. Luckily, Sejuani is low enough that if Vi wanted to, when these Sunder spells are done, this is a done deal. But looks like Vi is opting to go for the safer route of pushing the wave.
That's right. Instead of going under that tower and potentially dealing with the lockdown that Sejuani can deal, I mean, she can do just as much stun as Vi can. She's just waiting for the waves to bounce off, and eventually that life bar for the turret is going to go down.
It seems to be a slow and steady pace. The Sejuani goes back to base, maybe. Oh, nope, she's sticking around. Maybe to her detriment, because she almost lost that last duel. She's not full health.
Yeah, and Vi's almost got her spells ready to go. Oh, there's a charge, there's a vault break. Oh, here, well, we're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. Once Vi gets her charge back, this is going to be a done deal. You mark my words.
Here we go. Vi's charging in. That was Sejuani trying to stop the invade, but there's no way. And Vi almost stuck around too long. But uh-oh, here comes Volibear. Oh, and the juke.
Oh, some fancy moves there, but Vi is just delaying the inevitable. That Volibear's run is going to catch her eventually.
Yeah, but Volibear's investing a little bit too much time. I mean, he did get the kill, so good on that one. But the damage done on that turret is still pretty significant.
Right you are, Judge.
Alright, now, let's take a look here at middle. We got Misfortune in the middle. That's good, so she can get some farm up. Middle gets a little bit more farm, I guess. By herself, she would get more money and experience, but Elise is kind of hanging around just for a little bit of, I guess, support. On bottom, you got Heimerdinger Fiddlesticks. Looks like they're trying to recoup the losses, but, I mean, that's not too much damage. If it were me, I'd let that bottom turret die. Focus on the middle one and the top where you're already winning. That way you got 2 advantages instead of just 1.
Oh, that's a good point there. Although, you gotta be careful, because that first pay for buildings is gonna come in handy. There goes Misfortune again from the Echo Leona combination.
Now, don't you think that you're outsmarting me a little bit? Don't you think you're outsmarting me at all?
What do you mean?
I mean, these guys here got that Rift Herald going. But back to it. If you have 2 turrets down to 1, you're clearly in the benefit in the long term.
I guess you're right.
1 turret, yes, they got a little gold boost. But 2 turrets gives you more than even that bonus does. Plus, it's a permanently dead turret. It's not coming back. You can guard that easily.
Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry, Judge.
Yeah, you are sorry. Now this Vi's gonna knock down this turret, probably die in the process, because that was Sejuani's ultimate to lock her down. She's not getting away from a Sejuani and a Volibear coming in here. She could have tried to run it, maybe waste a little bit of time, but that'd be delaying the inevitable. Elise is coming up to try to help, although she should be running off there. That's probably for the best.
Yep, don't want to invest too much more in this, but she's going to try to hold this top turret at bay.
Which is probably a good idea, although she could be down here helping this Misfortune lock down that turret.
That's a good point there, Judge.
Thank you very much, Jim. Now let's take a look here at bottom. We got the Heimerdinger Fiddlesticks combination. It's not such a bad little combo, but the unfortunate thing is this Leona can just eat away at anybody. Anybody is happening, and it looks like this Heimerdinger is running through his turret, or run through his mana, sorry, faster than shit through a goose.
Yes, and unfortunately, Misfortune is not well equipped enough by herself to hold that middle. Now, luckily, they traded kills there, Sejuani for Misfortune. Misfortune actually needs the kills. Sejuani, unfortunately, doesn't need very many kills to be effective, because she's essentially just a stun bomb. But here comes Vi doing a ton of damage to that Echo. He must be careful, because this Vi is one fed lady. Look at what she's got already on her compared to the Echo. She can just unleash a ton of damage getting the Scuttler while we're talking. This Vi seems to know exactly how to farm, even if there's nothing to be pushed at the moment. Although the red team might want to think about investing in some wards for their red, because that was a Volibear that was fairly easy to get. Now, luckily, this vision ward has been, or I'm sorry, this control ward has been there this entire time. Just the whole game. That is some money's worth out of that. And here it goes Vi, just demolishing that Echo, like we said earlier.
Yep, he had no idea what he was getting himself into. Did he, Jim?
No, he didn't, Judge.
Now, on the bottom side, however, it looks like this fight's going south in a hurry for that Fiddlestick. Heimerdinger doesn't look like he's doing diddly shit other than saving his own skin.
Like, yeah, he hourglassed there. Like, he could have ulted, put down his turret, and then done it. But luckily, the Jinx wasn't paying attention to his turret, and the Leona overindulged, leading to Heimer's double kill.
Oh, that's good. At least they get them off the board.
Unfortunately, Heimerdinger is not necessarily the best champion to get fed. He's really good early game, but he falls off a cliff late game for damage. He's only got a peak, and he's very easy to shut down if you knock out those turrets that don't really get much more health.
Uh-oh. This Vi might be paying for that Scuttler a little more than she bargained for.
And luckily, Misfortune had her back. That's a teammate right there, peeling for your top laner.
Yep. This goes to show you, good partners are hard to find, right, Jim?
Right, Judge. It appears that the Rift Herald is finally being used in this middle lane. this red team better react very quickly. And it is just going to eat through. Oh, there it went. Eat through these turrets in no time. There's one down. Vice doing her best. She's going to try to hold this off. And let's see here. She's fighting, but here comes the entire blue team, and the entire red team is pushing down this first turret in the bottom lane. The priority ought to be this second turret in middle. Vi looks like she took out the Jinx, which is good, and Misfortune got that turret, which is wonderful, but that Rift Herald is about to take out this second tier turret for the middle lane. Luckily, Heimerdinger is there to maybe do something, but he's gone. Took out Sejuani, but that Rift Herald is paying off for the blue team. They totally ran through this, and red team was dropping the ball.
Yeah, but you're overlooking the fact that there was a trade, essentially. That was 1 and 2, 1 and 2 for middle, 1 and 2 for bottom. So which one would you say is more advantageous?
Well, at the moment, I'd say middle is because it gives you more control of the map's vision. And unfortunately, now, we didn't know this before, but we know this Fiddlesticks is going to die. So that's 2 turrets and a kill given over to Volibear, who's going to get very tanky very quickly. And the only one right now who is equipped to deal damage to any tanks on this, against the blue team, is the Vi because of her, her abilities. This Misfortune hasn't built any armor penetration, nor has anybody else on this game.
Well, that spells damage, or that spells trouble for the red side in the late game.
Right you are, Judge. Now here comes Sejuani, maybe to try to stop this Misfortune. Vi is, she just got Sculler. It's too late. That burst is just way too quick from the Echo.
Right you are. It all happens in such a quick succession. Don't even know how to react. Right there, Jim.
Right, Judge.
Now, it looks like this here Vi is going to try to push this wave down. I don't know if she's going to try to push the tower or if she's just going to push the wave in.
Well, seeing as how it looks like the blue side is building in the middle, Vi might want to go down in middle and try to help out. But she spotted the Vi. And passed the the Volibear, and kind of running towards the river. So what's going to happen here? Oh no, Vi's getting locked down. The Volibear, and that's just too bad. All she can do is buy time with her passive and shield combo.
But that's all she wrote. There's no getting rid of that one. Just like there's no getting rid of me now, Jim.
What?
You heard me. I like this job. Something I can do. I can shout all I want. No one's gonna stop me. And there's a kill for Misfortune. Gonna be a double kill here in a second. Almost a kill for Echo. A triple kill. Triple kill for Misfortune. That's good for them. But I ain't leaving. I was told this is temporary, but I need this job. You ain't got no idea how much I need this job.
Yeah, but, Bill's coming back next week.
Bill ain't coming back never.
What do you mean?
You heard me. He ain't coming back never. I ain't gonna allow it. And there's nothing you can do or say to stop me.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I ain't leaving, Jim. I ain't leaving. There's nothing you can do to get me to leave. What about me? What? Bill? Sorry, red side just took the turret and said one is about to get her ass kicked. What are you talking about? Who are you? I'm Bill, you dick. Who are you? My name is Hank Judge. And there ain't no getting rid of me now. I got this job. This is my job. What are you gonna do about it? Well, to start with, I might end up poisoning you later. What? You heard me, Mr. Judge. Did you enjoy your coffee earlier? Yeah, it was indeed delicious. Well, I was the delivery boy wearing a mustache. And I put a fair amount of rat poison in your drink. What? What are you talking about? Oh, you got a woozy all of a sudden. You have something running down your nose there, Mr. Judge. What? My blood? It's going. You're kind of woozy. I'm kind of kicking your ass, Dick. I'm back, Jim.
Oh, I'm so glad. Red team is getting this volley bear in the river, by the way.
Yes, and it looks like they might be trying to. Oh, it looks like they're getting a scuttler crab real quick. Maybe setting up for a Baron play. Oh, they might want to wait for that Hybridinger to do so.
That's right. They don't have the damage between them to take them all out. Here comes the blue side for an easy steal. All of the CC from the blue side is just locking them down, basically giving this Baron over to the red side. Miss Fortune is trying her damnedest to do it. And now Heimer's trying a little bit, but he's too little too late.
He would have had better success just turning tail and running. Just like Mr. Pussy Judge back here. I judge him to be weak.
Oh, it's good to have you back, Bill.
Thanks, Jim. It's great to be back. Quiet, you. Now, where were we?
Are you gonna call an ambulance?
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I gave him some blood thinner earlier. That ought to stop the rat poison.
Rat poison already thins blood.
Oh, really? Well, then, too late now.
Oh, you never change. Alright, so back to the game. We've got the blue side who has that Baron buff going. Now, Jinx just died, but she took the turret out, and it looks like red side is trying to scramble to take out the blues team. But now, blue's catching up in turrets, and even though, even though the red side has had quite a bit of control here, blue side catch up in kills very quickly and turrets. This gold deficit for the red side is really going to catch them now. The only characters in this who are actually equipped to deal with this team are Vi and maybe Heimerdinger. But Vi can only do maybe one at a time in a big group like that.
That's right, Jim. You can only take out the Echo, but now, without any armor penetration on Miss Fortune, she can't do diddly shit against this big shield wall of Leona and Volibear.
Good call there, Bill. Now there's a Vi ultimate, which didn't do a lot, but it softened those two up.
Yes, sir. So here comes Fiddlesticks doing fuck all. All he's doing is wandering around. He's channeling his ultimate. There, he's got an ultimate going. But he didn't lock the Volibear, meaning his play was essentially meaningless, other than flashing around and dancing.
Good call there, Bill. And now Volibear was led into, Fiddlesticks was led into Sejuani by Volibear, giving another kill over to the blue side. And right now, the red side needs all the help they can get. Blue side can afford to lose one or two because everybody's pushed in. And look at this Heimerdinger up here pushing top lane. He should not be there.
He should be playing with his team. This is the vital damage and CC that they might need. They just lost an inhibitor and a turret off of this entire fight. Now they're trying to fend off this blue advance, but they can't. The ADC on the red side just dropped, meaning the blue side has a clear advantage with their Jinx. Her passive is giving her attack speed, which means she's going to cut through the second inhibitor in no time. Meanwhile, Heimerdinger might be getting this turret, but he's about to die, and as we just said, red side needs people more than blue side at the moment. That Heimer was being a fucking moron.
Right you are, Bill. Now, there's the Vi we were talking about with her armor penetration. Her natural armor penetration. Chase after that Volibear. Did a lot of damage, but those two ought to be careful because we got minions just gonna be piling in here. Top lane has some time. The middle does not. Meaning they ought to be turning around as soon as they can. And as Volibear, the blue side has 2 Ocean Drakes. This Volibear's health is regenerating at a very healthy pace. He's going to be back in this fight in maybe, I don't know, a couple minutes. Plus, whatever he's got naturally with his attacks.
This red team looks like it's on the ropes, much like Mr. Judge back here.
Bill, I think he's dead.
Yeah? He'll be on ropes eventually.
What do you mean?
Don't they tie people up and carry them away with ropes?
I think they just use like fastening cables.
Close enough. They're both woven.
I guess you're right. By the way, Bill, how have you been with your, the whole breakup?
Oh, I said it last time. I'm fine. I had a little bit of a relapse, just getting used to the idea of being single. But that Margaret was a blood-sucking whore. And I'm glad she's gone. Now here goes the Vi at a desperate attempt to take out that Jinx. Almost did so, but couldn't quite cut the mustard. Now, let's see. That Fiddlesticks tried his darndest to use his ultimate. He should really have an hourglass there to make that ultimate just perfect, but he does not have one. That's an unfortunate thing to see. Probably another reason why you don't see very many Fiddlesticks as a support, because a lot of the items that are great for Fiddlesticks are not very good for support characters. Great calling there, Jim.
Why, thank you, Bill. I mean, I know I said this before, but it is wonderful to have you back.
It's great to be back. Cannot wait for our next adventure. So, from all of us here at Lolligaggers Legends, I would love to extend my sincerest apology for last week's game and invite you all back next time. With me, Bill Griffith.
And me, Jim Randison.
Until next time, thanks for watching.